It's getting on for 3 weeks since we did the renovations. Everything's coming along nicely. I managed to get the soil pouring in the week. The fertilizer in the Jack's Magic is just about tailing off, so it's time to get on with the granular now. So I'm going to show you how to do that very accurately and with little or minimal fuss. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I do it.
Throughout history, men have always been drawn to grass. Whether it be in the park, a sports ground, or simply in your own garden, there's just something about those quintessential British stripes that makes you want them for yourself, not to mention getting one over on your neighbours. Follow Daniel on his lawn journeys in his step-by-step videos this year, whilst you create your own lawn journey, achieving that dream lawn you have always wanted with simple and easy to follow methods. The lawn you have always dreamed of is only a grass seed away. Now sit back and enjoy the video. Oh, and one more thing, if you want to subscribe, you know what to do.
So what we're going to do today, you can see I cut it in the week. You can just see the stripes because I went that way instead. So today I'm going to go on with the rotary again. I'm going to cut it that way again, up and down. I'm going to get with the cylinder and mow this way. And then what that's going to do is it's going to give us guidelines in both directions. So then when we go on with our feed, we can go on a really low setting on the spreader and we can go up and down, left and right, and make sure we get that product applied really accurately. So a few patches still coming through. It's just a windstorm of this road, drying out. There's plenty of grass seed in there coming through. Notice how there's not 100 seeds in there giving us 100 plants, although we only need like 10 in there, because that'll give us 10 plants and it'll turn into one of these and fill that area up nicely. But like I say, getting the water on here is a problem. So what I'm going to do is as well, I'm going to put the granular fertilizer on the equilibrium, then I'm going to spray a wetting agent, and I'm going to put the sprinkler on and go about my day and just leave it on for a few hours, keep coming back, changing the direction of it. And then I think in a week, 10 days, this lawn is going to be looking absolutely fantastic. It doesn't look great now, but these things happen when the rain doesn't come. We just got to get on and basically just keep that seed alive, and the existing lawn will look after itself because that's got big roots. So there's plenty of water down there for that to go on. So it's just a case of keeping that seed alive. Hopefully the rains will come, but until then, hand water. Customers give me permission to put the sprinkler on today for as long as we need, just to get that wetting agent through, and in turn that'll get that water down into the roots. Right, so we're going to get with the feeding now. I've weighed out what I need in there. This lawn's 160 square metres, so I've got 4.8 kilograms of feed in there. That's a rate of 30 grams a square metre. I'm going to go on a very low setting and do multiple passes. The first pass I'll do with you live, and I'll show you my tips and tricks about how to turn, because I think that's where most people will go wrong with the spread light, is because it's a circle and you're on a square lawn, you can end up missing on the corners and things. So we'll go through that with you. The equilibrium that I'm using is it's an 18-5-15 NPK, so it's got 18% nitrogen in there. 50% of that is coated for slow release, so that means there's 50% on there which will be available to the plant straight away in the form of ammonium nitrate, and then the rest is coated urea, so that will be released over time as the polymer breaks down as it gets wet. We've got humic acid in there, which is going to feed the bacteria in the soil, and also we've got mycorrhizae in there, which is going to attach to the roots, and it actually forms like elongations of the root and creates links between uptake of nutrients and the root, so you'll get more out of what you put down. Also in there, got a bit of magnesium, 2% magnesium and 2% calcium. Magnesium for the colour and calcium for cell wall strength to name a few things. Right, so I'll put you on all like this now, and I'll stay with you. And you can see how I do it, because putting it on time lapse, you're not really going to learn anything if you won't be able to see what I do. So I'll just do that angle for you there. So the most important thing you've got to remember is the trigger, when to release, because if you release as you're stopping, there's still going to be stuff that's dropped out and that's going to fling out, so you've got to time it just right and stop the trigger before you actually get to the end, and then what's fallen out will then give you that finish on the edge, whereas if you did it right on the edge, you're going to feed the pavement instead of waste your feed. So stay with me and I'll just show you what I do. So I'm going to drop this on 32 at the moment, because that's because I put some seed down the other day. So I'm just going to drop it down to, say, 20, let's go 25. Let's go 25, that'll be enough to do 2 passes, I think, and it just gives us that opportunity to take our time. Because if it was just to go on at 32, we'd be putting too much down and I'd run out, and that means we have to put more in the hopper, and that would mean we're going on at a more rate than we need to. So what's in there, I know, once I put it on accurately, both ways, we'll have put 30 grams per square metre on. So I'm just going to start, when you first start off, you probably are going to get some on the concrete, but what you can do is what I do sometimes when I've not got an offering like that, is I'll just start like that and then stop, take the trigger off and go, you've done this bit, so then we start with the trigger again there. And we just walk all the way to the top, like so, and then I've released the trigger, so I've just stopped right on the edge there. And then what I'll do is, I'll just do this way, so the 2 lines that I'm doing, my 4 stripes is 1 width of that I like to say. And we'll go like that again. There's not much coming out, so don't think, oh, it's hardly coming out. Well, that's what we want. We don't want to be in a rush, because we're going to go up and down as well. So let go of the trigger there, same again. Just do your sideways, and then coming back. And yeah, you're going to double dose a little bit, because it's coated. That's not an issue. If it was like pure, like 2010-10, there's a chance it'll scorch, but that coated element just gives us a little bit of protection. Do my side. Go up, across. And as you get more into it, the quicker you'll get. I'm not sure you can still see me on the camera actually, but I'm here. So that 1 pass done. And I'll just show you what I've used or what I've used. I might actually this time round, so I'll just show you now. Just try and get in a position where you can see it. So I've done 1 pass, but I've still got plenty in there. So I'll go again, but this time I'll put you on time lapse and then I'll just finish off without you. So see you in a sec. Alright, so that went on really well. I actually put it on 27, I think, because it was, I felt comfortable doing that on 27, and with the rate it was coming out. And it's just up to you, just do whatever you feel is comfortable. Yeah, you know, you've got a bit more time than me, you can spend all day at it. I've just got other things to do and got to get to different jobs. So, I know a lady there with a flat tyre, damsel in distress, Danny Hibbert to the rescue. So I'll probably have to change that for her. I don't know her, but I can't leave her stranded. So that's a bit of a drag on my day, but I can't leave her like that, so I will help. Time for the wetting agent after I've fixed the tyre, I would think. So that's just distracted me a little bit. So we'll get the wetting agent on, and we'll leave the sprinkler on. In fact, I might say I'll help you, but I've just got something to do first, and then I'll help you. And I can put the sprinkler on whilst I'm helping this lady. So stay tuned and we'll see how we get on. Right, so I'm back. Damsel still in distress, couldn't help because we tried but we failed. No spare tyre, only had the resin thing that they put in these days, and she had a big hole in the tyre which I didn't see, so all the resin was just blowing out on the road. And now we've got a big latex stain on the road, but she's got ear cover which she didn't let on. beforehand, because otherwise I'd have just said call them. This is DH, not the AA. So time to get on with the wetting agent, and then lunchtime. So I've got my tank on my back, wetting agent in there, going on here now. Wind was nice, just picked up a little bit, but it won't make too much difference. It's just very difficult on this road, it's just blows a gale all the time. It does get me down sometimes, but not to let it. Because it's the wetting agent, it doesn't have to be really accurate. Obviously accuracy helps, but it's not, again, nutrition based, so it's not going to show up. So that's one good thing to take from it. So we'll get on with it and do what we can do. You wait for a nice still day to get your H2 go on, but I've just got to take advantage of the weather that I've got on the day because I've got other customers to see. So I've just sprayed the wetting agent. For some reason, again, the iPhone decides it doesn't want to record, and I press it, and then it just does its own thing and doesn't. So you've missed that. Time to, but you can see I've done it because it's wet there, so I have definitely done it. We'll put my sprinkler on now. Great sprinkler this, a Gardena one that we got. One of my customers bought it at another job, and I was like, oh, where'd you get that from? Because it really does work, and it does that oscillating bit where it goes doesn't get stuck. If you had like 1 bar of pressure it would, but if you got decent pressure, this is great. It's about 45 quid, I got it off Amazon, and that's the only place you can get me there. I've never seen them anywhere else, but yeah, really good accuracy. It's really good sprinkler. So if you're looking for a sprinkler, this is the one that I would recommend, and I'm not being paid to say that or anything at all, but just I have had a few questions in the group if anybody knows a good sprinkler. I do, this one. So I'm going to get my hose pipe out and then stick it on. I'm going to do few other jobs and then just keep coming back during intervals in the day. Got my hair appointment at 1:30, so I'm on the minutes for that. I've got an hour to go and do another job, and I'm just having a bit of a top up on the old toner there. It's not grabbed as well this time because I left it a long time before I went back because I was ill, so I had to cancel a few times. I'm paying the price. I never thought I'd hear the day where I'd be kind of a woman about my hair, so sad times. So let's get that on, then we'll go for some lunch. Right, just a short one for you today on how to feed your lawn accurately. Oh, you've learned something about that. Have the confidence to do it yourself. Got the sprinkler on, as you can see. This isn't only watering in the wetting agent, it's also watering in the fertilizer to get that ready. So in 7 to 10 days, like I said, this will be fine. So let's just take a look at where we were 21 days ago, 3 weeks ago, like Sunday. I think you'll agree that from where we are then to where we are now, we've come a long way, and then things are only going to be on the up. So until we meet again, take care and see you soon.